Shout out to the Brody, man. Alright, let me get off Twitter. I literally refreshed the page and... Oh, never mind, I got pranked. Shout out to Russell Westbrook, bro. Killing the game. Killing the motherfucking game. I'm very happy for his resurgence with the Clippers. I think Russell Westbrook is one of those players that, like, you can clearly see that the talent is there. He's still an NBA player. Seeing him in any other league, even with the way he's at right now, is crazy. But I think, you know, we've also We've also dissected Westbrook enough to know his pros and his cons, and his cons are horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like they are bad. They are bad. But I'm really happy that he's found a place where he's in a position. He's in a win now mode position. He's not on a rebuilding team. And two, he's also in a place that allows Russell Westbrook to be Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? I think that the LA Clippers, with his role there, he doesn't have to conform. He doesn't have to change. Because I've always said this about Russell Westbrook, right? It's too late to ask Russell Westbrook to change his game. And even then, I ain't gonna lie, I think LA did help him in some regard when it comes to being a sixth man. He did change his game in that aspect. But to ask Russell Westbrook to be a 38-40% three-point shooter in this point in his career, in my opinion, is unreasonable. To ask Russell Westbrook to be a 80-85% free throw shooter in this point in his career is unreasonable. To ask him to not make dumbass turnovers, to ask him to not be a turnover machine, is unreasonable at this point, because I feel like at this point he would have done it. You know what I'm saying? So when the Lakers got Russell Westbrook from the jump, I thought it wasn't going to be a good fit from both perspectives though. From both perspectives. Russell Westbrook's play style does not fit with the personnel of that team. I think the reason why Russell Westbrook works so well on the Clippers is because they have a shit ton of shooters. When you look at the spacing that Russell Westbrook has and can work with on the Clippers, especially when PG and Kawhi are there, versus the spacing he had to work with on the Lakers, it's night and day, dog. It's night and day. It is night and day. It was just a horrible fit. It was just a horrible fit. But I also think the hate that Russell Westbrook was getting, it wasn't like the most unjust thing, though. It wasn't. I've seen the type of pass. I saw the passes that Russell Westbrook threw as a Laker. I saw those turnovers. I saw those dumb shots that he was taking. And those shots, regardless of what team he's on, those were bad shots in the moment. Those were bad passes in the moment. So when it comes to the blame game, to the accountability pie chart, let's not sit here and act like, number one, the Russell Westbrook that we're seeing right now is the same as the Russell Westbrook we saw on the Lakers. And number two, let's not act like there is no accountability to be held on Russell Westbrook when he was a Laker, now that he's good as a Clipper. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not do that. Let's not do that, bro. Let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, I was in those spaces. I was in those conversations. I saw those games when Russell Westbrook was a Laker. And it wasn't just a spacing issue, dog. It wasn't just a personnel issue. And maybe it's a cultural thing, and, you know, you can blame the Lakers on that. But at the same time, Russell Westbrook, you're a grown man. You're supposed to be, you're an experienced vet in the league. You have seen the heights of NBA stardom. For you to shrink as a LA Laker culturally because of the culture, because the lights were too bright, we can't just let that slide, bruh. Like we can't, and I don't want to retroactively go back and just hate on Russell Westbrook and make this a Russell Westbrook hate thing. But again, let's not act delusional. But at the same token, let me pivot away from that because again, I don't want to make this a Russell Westbrook hate thing. And shout out to the Brody, man. Shout out to the Brody. Because what I'm seeing in the series, it really reminded me, man, why I was a Russell Westbrook fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I was a big Russell Westbrook fan in 2017. Like, I was team Russell Westbrook for MVP in 2017, man. I was team fuck Kevin Durant. It's the Brody. You know what I'm saying? He's really going to prove to the world who the Brody is. I was on the team of, Kevin Durant was holding back Russell Westbrook. I was on the team of, Russell Westbrook as a first option is going to go crazy. I was on team, is there really a big gap between prime Derrick Rose and Russell Westbrook in 2012, 2013? You know what I'm saying? I'm a Russell Westbrook guy, bruh. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. And what I've seen in the series against Phoenix, it just reminded me, man, like why one motherfuckers like really die hard for Russ to this day, and two why people were fans in the first place, man. So shout out to Westbrook, man.